Every week, a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Live! Yeah.
Kia ora, no mai hoki mai. You're on radioactive.fm and we're in the live room right now. Joining me is self-taught artist and producer InDuna. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. And you?
Yeah, going good. How's the week been?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of work. So yeah.
Yeah, very busy times, I can imagine. Really excited to have you in here. It's my first active live in a while, and your first active live ever.
Ever, yeah.
Which is epic. So I'd love for you to just kind of, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and your music for people who maybe haven't heard you before.
Yeah. So I am South African, born and raised. Came to New Zealand while I was 14. On my music side, I produce, songwrite, and the artist itself, so sing. And I try incorporate a lot of my culture and heritage and share a bit of my story, so my upbringings and stuff. Yeah.
So a little bit of everything going on in the music here.
Yeah.
I would love if we could just kick straight off with a song so we can hear some of your music.
Oh, yes.
So what's our first track going to be today?
Our first track is Smooth Criminal. Featuring Takutwa and Andy Fisher. Oh, Kasa. No, at the moment, yes.
Wicked. Let's hear it.
Baby walked in like a criminal, smooth criminal. She stole my heart, yeah, she stole my heart. Baby walked in like a criminal, smooth criminal. She stole my heart, yeah, she stole my heart.
Baby, you're my number one feature. Stole my heart, can you teach ya? Slide to the room when you're walking. Bad man, you be talking. Cinderella, be my señorita. Pocahontas, make her richer. 50K, that's their feature. Better yet, here's their picture.
Baby walked in like a criminal, smooth criminal. She stole my heart, yeah, she stole my heart. Baby walked in like a criminal, smooth criminal. She stole my heart, yeah, she stole my heart.
Baby smooth criminal, never catch a rush. First she get your heart, then she get the rush. Say she want 50K or more. Say she want a Porsche, say she want a Ross. Baby, other girls out here tryna be y'all. 100 pay, they'll never feature. That's okay, they'll never be y'all. That's true, that's true, that's true.
Hold it. Nobody else will do it better. Hold it. She stole my heart like a smooth criminal. Hold it. Nobody else will do it better. Hold it. She stole my heart like a smooth criminal. Baby walked in like a criminal, smooth criminal. She stole my heart, yeah, she stole my heart. Baby walked in like a criminal, smooth criminal. She stole my heart, yeah, she stole my heart. Baby walked in like a criminal, smooth criminal. She stole my heart, yeah, she stole my heart. Baby walked in like a criminal, smooth criminal. She stole my heart, yeah, she stole my heart.
Yes, wicked. InDuna here in the active live room. And you said before that your music is influenced by your homeland.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about South African music and how you're kind of incorporating that into your sound?
So for my side, it's more like the vocals. So I'm really in love with like how they kind of use the vocals around the 90s and stuff. So it's kind of like going a bit back. And then it was more, so there was a genre called Kwaito when I grew up. So I kind of listened to that and was introduced to that. And then later on, it was like house, South African house music. And that was like very influential. So like the drums and how they'd use melodies and stuff like that. So those kind of have come along with me all the way. And I'm always trying to figure out how to get that vibe and that energy that I've got when I was young and like implement it into my music. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I wondered who Brenda Fassie is for you because I see that name come up. Is she an inspiration in your music?
Yeah, so when basically like the Queen Diva of South Africa or Africa, in my expect, but definitely South Africa. She made. I remember the first time I actually heard like music, I was in the streets in South Africa, and there was like this speaker like up on the thing, and I just heard the first song, and I couldn't figure out what it was, where it came from, who it was by. So I kept on wondering who it is until I was like, I think 14 or something. And that's the first time I heard that song again. And I was like, oh, that's who that is. So it's like, it's basically like somebody that you knew as a kid or heard, but you never had access to radio or anything. So the moment you got to like realize who it is, it was like, this is great. And I kind of like consumed a lot of her music. And just the way she does her vocals and just the arrangement. Oh.
She's phenomenal, and I think if you watch any videos of her live performances as well, how she just carries herself on the stage, yeah, she's so, I can really kind of feel that energy coming through with your stuff as well. She's wicked. I wondered if there's anyone else along those lines that really stuck with you as an inspiration, or any one thing that kind of comes through when you're writing your tracks.
There's a bit of like, I guess like currently Burna Boy, the way he currently does with like African fusion and stuff like that and Afro beats. So that's quite like an inspiration, and then what's kind of happening in Africa as well currently musically. And then I guess in like commercial side here, Ray has been quite a big inspiration. So I kind of met him when I was younger, and he kind of showed me a bit of like Fruity Loops and stuff like that. And they were like, yeah, you should try it. Basically, so if I didn't meet them, I would not be here.
Wicked. So we're going to hear another track now.
Yep.
And can you tell us a bit about this one? This one did quite well over the SRN and on Radioactive particularly.
Yes, so this one's Black Man Running. So it just talks about a bit of my upbringing around racism and just being attacked and bullied quite a lot. So that's something I dealt with a lot when I was young. So I was trying to find a way to express that in the form that I was at that time, basically, yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Let's hear it.
Red light, blue light, black man running. You ain't my type, you ain't my gang. These lights coming, black man running. Gang signs, rat-ta-ta-ta, bang, bang. Oh, it's a black man, he's running. Oh, it's a black man, we've got him. Oh, it's a young man, he's running. Put up, hands down, shoot to kill. These nights coming, black tears, black years, brothers running. Gang signs, rat-ta-ta-ta, bang, bang. Oh, it's a black man, he's running. Oh, it's a black man, we've got him. Oh, it's a young man, he's running. Oh, black man, keep running. Oh, young man, keep chasing. Oh, these lights coming, black man running. You ain't safe, you ain't safe. Oh, it's a black man, he's running. Oh, it's a young man, we've got him. Oh, 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 black man, keep running. Oh, young man, keep chasing. Oh, oh, oh,
You've been releasing tracks since 2018 under InDuna.
Yes.
Did you always have an interest in making music, or was that something that came to you a bit later in life?
It was kind of later in life. I was pursuing acting before that.
How did that go?
It was actually it was going pretty well, actually. I just got terrified. So I got nervous, and like there was just like so many things happening that I was just like, and then I was just like, nope. Yep.
It happens. So then the producing side of things, because you're entirely self-taught as well. So was that a lot of just kind of trial and error, mucking around? Were you following YouTube clips?
There was like a bit of following YouTube clips, a bit of not having friends apparently helps. Not jokes. But yeah, so a lot of time by myself, and just like, so like YouTube, reading books, like just watching people, listening to a lot of music, trying to do the same thing, basically. Yeah, so it's so much.
A lot of absorption.
Yeah, being
cool.
a sponge.
Because you make little YouTube clips as well yourself of sort of like how the song came about, or like how you produced the song and your what software is that you're using?
So at the moment I'm using Logic. So I started off with FL Studios and then moved on to Logic, and then learned every other Adobe just because I want to be able to walk into a studio and be like, yeah, I can use that. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to make that entertaining.
Yeah, it's cool. It's nice to be able to visually see your process as well, and get a better understanding of that. Was that just something you wanted to do, or was that a request from somebody who was like,
I think I just for me it was like I just wanted to show people that it's not like this secret weird hard thing, that you can actually do it if you actually want to give it a try. And just also people saying, oh, this is how he produces, this is how he works. Because when I was kind of trying to learn, there's not a lot of like information out there. So just like trying to figure out how to give that out as well. Yeah. Awesome.
And we're about to hear a track called Strange Fruits, which it came out last year, September. Yes. So your most recent release. Is the name an ode to Billie Holiday at all?
So yes. So there's a bit of Billie Holiday, a bit of Kanye West. I was kind of so obsessed after listening to Billie Holiday and then the poem, and then hearing Kanye West's version, and I was just wondering how that came about, but obviously no explanation. So then I was like, later on, I kind of had like this personality crisis, if you want to call it, a mini one. And I was just like, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened to me that I have not really fully expressed in my music. And I need to be able to be open. And basically, I was just in the studio by myself, and I was just like, no, you know what? I'm just going to write how I feel. And this is something that just came out. Yeah.
Cool. Let's hear it.
Sweet.
Strange fruits, holler at me, these strange fruits, holler at me. They say go back to the motherland, go back to the motherland. They tease me, I'm black. Look, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You just mad that you bitter. Young boy from the motherland, never saw them no dreams. City is so cold, diamonds so pure. Even strange fruits they say, holla holla. How much them dreams cost? Holla holla. How much them dollar cost? Strange fruits, holler at me. These strange fruits, holler at me. They say go back to the motherland, go back to the motherland. They took my heart out to the west. Oh no, you can take me out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of me. You can't take the ghetto out of me. Holla holla, how much them dreams
dollar with me, they say. Go back to the motherland.
Awesome. InDuna here in the active live room, and I just want to say to our listeners as well that we are recording this. The video will be up on Radioactive's YouTube page shortly, about 6 p.m. I believe, and then also up on our website later, so you can check out all the magic over there for yourself. Just for that track, there's a sound in there. It's kind of like a clicking. Is it like a tongue click? It kind of sounds like bubbling.
So it's pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way I got about to that was because I'm trying to like figure out. I was like, I can't like I couldn't go into like Xhosa, so that's like one of the languages. But I really liked the click sound, so I was like, actually, I could just use that as an instrument, and then hopefully somebody will pick it up.
Yeah, it's so vibrant. I really like that. And you've been really busy lately.
Yes.
You're about to release a single, which it's brand new, unreleased right now, and we're gonna listen to it very shortly.
Yes.
But before we kind of delve into that, I wondered if you had any plans to release something a bit longer, any EPs, albums possibly in the pipeline.
So we've got an EP in the works. So we're currently planning out the whole thing. So yeah, we want to release a couple singles, get a bit of the buzz going, and then wabam, drop it, have a nice event and all, you know.
Ears to the ground. You heard it here first, people. Where is a good place for people to stay up to date with what you're up to? Are you active on social media?
So my most active, sadly, is Instagram. I'm very active there, and then kind of active on Facebook. I'm just starting to pick up TikTok. So hopefully I get active there too. And so I'll try to be active in everything at the moment, but Instagram is like my go-to. So yeah.
Cool. So Love and Affection is the name of the upcoming single, and it carries a really nice message. Can you sort of tell us a little bit about the track?
So I really loved Heya by Outkast. So the idea was, if you listen to it, it's basically so happy, but the message is actually quite dark. So I was kind of like, I want to write something like that. So basically, the beat and everything's quite happy. The message can be dark if you want it to be. But yeah, I thought I'd leave that to the interview person, the listener, to decide where they're taking that journey. But yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And what sort of things were you exploring when you were making this track?
So this was actually a collaboration between me and Toby Lloyd from Tiny Triumphant. So I produced it first, and then I was like, I feel like we could make this so much better. So I hit him up, and I was like, here's everything. What do you think? And he's like, I'm digging it. And he just added a couple synths, bass lines, and all his magic. We went into the studio, rewrote everything, and then just like sent it around. And then Jay Tang hit me up, and he's like, I want to hop on this. And then I had one of my other friends hop on it as well. And it was just like this cool collaboration that I really loved. Yeah, so I don't know if I answered your question, actually.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. So we are about to hear it. It's an exclusive, Radioactive exclusive. This is the premiere of this song.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to add before we just get straight into it?
You can actually pre-save it currently, so that's an option for anybody. If you like it, do it. Sweet.
Baby, don't convert on love and affection. All the guys did wrong. She calling it murder. Baby, don't convert on love and affection. All the guys did wrong. She calling it murder. Baby, I'm here for stars. She called them preferred 'em. Baby, I'm here for love. She out here, she grinding, stealing all them hearts. She dirty, she winding, keeping it real day one. No love and affection. Baby, don't come murder on love and affection. All the guys did wrong. She calling it murder. Baby, don't come murder on love and affection.
we make your heart full of pity. Roaming the streets late night and at the city, searching for somebody for tell her say she pretty, but she never choose no man with no decent quality. She no want flowers, no Valentine card. Romantic, say she never put apart. She says she need a bad boy, she need a star. She need a man with whole heap of money and car. And anybody where she like, she no take time to get intimate. She get dressed up quickly, make the man feel him a carry pimping certificate. And now be my using her, manipulate and abusing her. Broken, trusted, and I'm new to her, but she murdered by love like Lucifer. Hey,
Baby, don't come murder on love and affection. All the guys did her wrong, she calling it murder. Baby, don't come murder on love and affection. All the guys did her wrong, she calling it murder.
she all about the paper, gonna use a wise man calculator. Bad man cool navigator, bad man make your life better. Let me pump and kiss and caress ya. I want to see you now and later. Heard the wise man say she a baker, so I send her me later.
She'll come for it, then grind for it. She'll come for it, then grind for it, then hit you with the. She a bad girl with them bad boys, no love and affection. She a bad girl with them bad boys, no love and affection. She a bad girl with them bad boys, no love and affection. She a bad girl with them bad boys, no love and affection. She a bad girl with them bad boys, no love and affection. She a bad girl with them bad boys, no love and affection.
InDuna here in the live room. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure listening to you perform live, and especially to hear that new track, which is wicked. To the listeners, go and pre-save Love and Affection. You can find more info and links over on Insta at InDuna_music_. Wicked. Cheers to New Zealand On Air Music for everything that they do, of course, and cheers to you for tuning in. Ka kite everybody, and have a beautiful weekend.
Sweet.
Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.